Hi, welcome to another new video. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the third color in the Schmincke Aquarelle Super Granulation Limited Edition colors, and this is the Haze series. This color is called Haze Indigo. So you know indigo is a dark blue. And the pigments used are PB29, PG26, PBR33. So we'll look at this later. Next, we talk about pigment property. It is a semi-transparent color. It has 4-star in the light fastness, meaning it's, well, not too bad. Light fastness, it's pretty okay. Staining, it has a opaque triangle, so it means that it's staining. And granulation, yes, of course, it's granulating. And when we look at the swatch that I've done, on the left hand side, we can see how the transparency from comparing these two lines. So the first line is I put the first line on the paper before the paint, and the second line was put after. So if it's all opaque, it would cover up the first line. So when you compare the darkness, the blackness of the line, you will actually see if it's the opacity is there. So it's supposed to be a semi-transparent color, so you could actually see that you can't see a lot of difference in the two lines. Okay, and when I put in the swatch, I normally for the top part I normally add more paint, and I use more water at the bottom. So this is as dark as I can get. So it's dark, but it doesn't become it doesn't cover up like black color, right? And you can actually see some of these beautiful patterns and separation. So this is actually more apparent when we examine the paint in water test, where you can see the paint just separating out into really dark particles, big dark particles, where the brush touched the surface, and you can see that brownish color that goes that's that aura of brown that's around those spots. And of course, I think because the blue pigment has got various sizes, so you also see a little bit of that coming out of there. And there's very little green, so they might, even though there's a PG26, I don't see, or it could be maybe mixed, with the blue, giving that kind of a muted look. And when we look at the water in paint test, it's you could see that backflow and that beautiful pushback of the pigment to the sides, and of course we have the particles and the bluish particles in the center. So I have not done the staining test. So I'm just going to try to scrub it off with the brush like this. So it's supposed to be staining, right? So meaning it's supposed to be. I think you can still remove quite a bit of the color, but it doesn't restore the color of the paper. So I think it's okay. It's probably not like heavily staining, but there is still some staining. As you can see, you can't really remove this bit, the light gray color. And gradient test, you could see the particles just moving down really, and separating probably the brownish colors. The brownish particles are at the top, and it doesn't go down as much as the light bluish color. So there's actually the really bigger, the large particles that's at the top, and then it kind of the brown end then starts depositing, and then after that the lighter blue ones gets pushed to the bottom. So the dark one could be the blue, could be the green. Now I'm not I can't be sure, okay, unless we take this and do a test, but who has the time, who has the equipment for that? Okay, so let's look at the next section, which is the similar colors. So we do have a few of these colors. Some of these have not appeared, it's actually in a subsequent series of colors, but for the sake of discussion, I've actually included them. So here's our Haze Indigo, and we do have one very close color from Daniel Smith is the Sodalite Genuine, which is a Primatech color, and it's pretty close but not exactly, because Sodalite has got a lot more granulation, and at the color it's just the separation is much bigger, and it's kind of more dark, more Payne's gray like color. And then we do have the Shire Grey, Haze Blue that are pretty close. These two are, especially the Shire Grey, is quite close to Haze Indigo. I will be introducing these two colors in subsequent videos, but just note that these are very close colors. And then next we look at the mixture. So I mixed it with the 12 colors. with 12 colors that's from the color wheel. The general comment I can make is that this color it desaturates all the bright colors, so it tones them down, mutes them, and you get these really darker colors. So if you really like this kind of mixture, that's something that you can do. And if you have these really bright ones that you want to kind of tone down, you could add this color. Okay. Then let's go into the how you can mix this color. So as I already mentioned, the pigments used are PB29, which is ultramarine blue. PG26 it's cobalt green dark from Schmincke. And PBR33 is mahogany brown from Schmincke. So these two colors have been used before. All these colors have been used before in their super granulating colors. Don't think they mixed these three before. So this is what you have when you mix them. I think it's pretty close. Yeah, so if you do have, the ultramarine blue is quite a common color, but these other two colors are not. Especially mahogany brown, it's more like a proprietary color that's proprietary to Schmincke. So probably difficult for you to mix this one. This color, it's kind of a bluish gray, indigo, dark indigo color. So if you like to have like in fact, I don't think it's very close to indigo, because indigo is actually more blue, less black. So I have not really swatched them out and compared them, but it's really more close to these because of the granulation, super granulating separating properties. Yeah, but it does have a very nice blue and brown separation. This is not uncommon, because in some of the super granulating colors, probably in the next video, subsequent videos, I'll talk about it. There are also something similar like that. I think it's forest gray or something. There are several other colors that are actually like that, and I would say this color is a dusk type of color. Like if you like to use it in shadows, on stones. All haze colors are good on stones and mountains, tree barks, and yeah, things like that. Pebbles, good for those things. So yeah, if you like to have a Payne's grey or indigo that is granulating and have nice separation like that, I think it's not, you can consider getting this, or you could actually wait until I talk about the other two colors and see if you prefer something like that. But this is actually, I would say, I would recommend that if you really like indigo type of color and you want a granulating version, you could get this, because there's no unless you get the mahogany brown and the cobalt green dark from Schmincke, you might not be able to get this kind of color. Okay, so let's see how I use this in a shopfront painting. So this is how I use it in a shopfront painting. Because the shop is kind of a dark blue color, so I really just use the color straight from the tube. I didn't really mix much, except probably, as you can see here, and I did mix it with a bit of yellow and like the phthalo green. So when I mix it with yellow, I get olive color, as you can see from here, something like that. Right, so with a bit of phthalo green, I could get more of these colors. And then these were mixed with TPO, so it's kind of this color. So I kind of get this kind of color. So this is mixed. And I guess probably here is also with a bit of the brown. So you can get kind of color like this. All right, you get this one. And I think on its own, if you do not use it with a lot of water, you don't really see a lot of that separation. So I think you can see a little bit of the separation here. But if you want to explore, that color, like use that separation to your advantage, I think it's good to actually use it with a lot of water in great dilution, and you got to just kind of play with that color with the water. So for this kind of small painting, I don't think you can see much of it, but this is how it actually looks. Pretty nice. I think it's a very nice muted blue color with a bit of granulation. So yeah, we've come to the end of the video. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Bye bye.